And we're live. What's going on, everybody? We are back for another live stream here at Off the Wall Hockey. We've got Flyers versus Bruins in Boston tonight. Should be a pretty fun matchup. First meeting between these two teams this year. Definitely going to be an interesting one. Hopefully you enjoy it. This is our first live stream as a fully monetized YouTube channel. I got the word this afternoon. Actually, just like a couple of hours ago, that the channel was accepted for monetization. So first stream since then. So just want to thank you guys all for getting this channel over 1,000 subs. Hey, what's going on, NHL Hockey News Reports? Welcome to the chat, man. Kevin, thank you for joining. Welcome to the chat. Appreciate having you here. We got quite the hockey game tonight. Flyers Bruins is usually a pretty fun matchup, a good one to watch. Not really sure what the season series will bring these two teams this year. This is their first meeting, so we haven't seen these two teams play yet this season. So this should be a pretty fun game, and we'll see how it turns out. I do think Boston is going to bounce back and win this. They've lost 2 in a row. They're only two losses and 2 regulation losses in a row this season for the Bruins. So I do think that we're going to see a bounce back game. Hey, thank you, NHL News Reports. Really appreciate that. And yes, Kevin, Super Chat is now enabled. So yes, I can get donations now. Hey, Vaughn, what's going on, man? Thank you for joining. Really appreciate it. So yeah, fully monetized now. Super Chat is available. Videos are all monetized. And community tab on the channel should be coming soon. So it's rather than announcing stuff through videos, I can just do it. I can just do those, announce streams and stuff like that. Should be able to do it through the community tab soon when I do get that. But so hopefully that's coming soon. But yeah, first stream is a fully monetized channel, and I am definitely ready to go. We got some Sunday night hockey here. Bruins coming off 2 straight losses to divisional opponents as well, losing to Montreal and then losing to Detroit. That's a real tough one in my mind. So I look for Boston to come out strong tonight and try and get a bounce back win. And the Flyers have kind of quietly had a decent start to this season. They've gotten some really good play from some of their younger players. Travis Konechny's having a hell of a year. Oscar Lindblom looks really, really good. And the Flyers, who not many people are really talking about, currently sit in a wild card spot at 9-5-2 to start this season. So definitely a team to watch and a team to pay attention to this year, as they do look to be a playoff team. Yes, Kevin. Yes, you did ask me that. I think you have asked that in the past, and now I can. Needed to get to the 1,000 subscriber mark and monetize the channel. That's all good, Vaughn. Not a problem, man. I thank you for watching. Sorry. Sorry about that. I knew that sneeze was coming, but thank you for watching while you can. And if you're busy, you're busy. I certainly don't expect people to, go out of their way to watch this, but for people that don't have a lot going on, it's something to do. So got a beer here for the first period, and we're going to crack that and get ready to go here for some Bruins Flyers action. This should be a good one. I do know when the next stream will be. I guess before this game starts would be a good time to just throw that out there. Next stream will be Wednesday night. It's these Flyers again. It's these Flyers again against Washington on NBCSN on Wednesday night. So that will be my next stream after tonight. But for tonight, we got Bruins Flyers. Hey, what's going on, Panther? Well, yeah. Now Flyers Cap should be a really good game. I've basically just been using the Discord to announce streams. I just put it in the on the stream schedule channel on the Discord, and that's pretty much how I've announced every stream since I started the Discord. So that's what I'm going to do from now on, is put it on that live stream scheduled tab. And then obviously once I get my community tab for being a monetized channel, I will use that as well. Yeah, 100%, Vaughn. I think Flyers Capitals on Wednesday is going to be a real fun game to watch. So I don't always like doing streams with the same teams 2 in a row, but just the way it worked out this week, I got to do Flyers twice in a row because that's the Wednesday night game, and then tonight we got they're playing the Bruins. So these are the games that I can watch. So got to take advantage of that. Beyond Wednesday, I do not know when the next stream will be after Wednesday, but I do know that Wednesday night at 7:30 will be the next one. So they're just doing the anthem here in Boston, and then we'll be ready for puck drop here very soon, hopefully. 7, probably another couple of minutes, and then the puck will be dropped. So, hey, what's going on, Rob? Welcome to the chat. Thank you for watching tonight. Really appreciate it. Yes, today NHL.com or NHL TV. Every game on the day was a free game of the day on NHL TV. So I actually watched the Rangers and Panthers play this afternoon, and that was a really fun game to watch. A lot of action in that one. Ended up being a 6-5 shootout win for the Panthers, but just a wild game overall. A lot of fun to watch. So I watched that one earlier, and now we got Flyers Bruins tonight, and this should be a pretty fun game as well. I don't think it's going to be 6-5. I think we'll see a little more defense in this one than that, but nonetheless, it should be a fun matchup. All right, so just finishing up the anthem here, and then we're going to have puck drop very, very shortly. Yeah, Rob is not happy with the Cleveland Browns. The Browns finally won a game. My Baker jersey, can finally bring my Baker jersey out again. Browns actually won. They did beat the Bills earlier today, so obviously Rob is not too happy about that. So starting goaltenders tonight, Carter Hart is in goal for the Philadelphia Flyers. Yaroslav Halak is in goal for Boston. So Halak gets another chance here against the Flyers to add to his win total on the season. And, we'll see how this one turns out. I think it's going to be a good one. So ready for puck drop here. The fourth line is starting the game for the Bruins. Corrali, Wagner, and Nordstrom. The Kevin Hayes line is starting for the Flyers, and we are underway. We've got puck drop. So Boston in the neutral zone, dumps it all the way through. Now in on the forecheck behind the Philadelphia net. 2 men in. Wagner now coming in. Boston maintains possession. Clifton keeps it in. Clifton, a second chance, unable to keep it in at the point. And Boston has to clear back to the neutral zone and regroup. It's all good, Panther. I used to hate talking in front of people and like giving presentations and stuff, but after a while, I just got used to it. And honestly, like every kid that goes up there is just as nervous. So like, I don't think anybody's gonna make fun of you or anything. So it's all mental, dude. It's all a mental game. You're gonna be fine, and no one's gonna make fun of you or anything. Yeah, Vaughn, I think we do hear dirty water tonight. I think Boston gets a bounce-back win. Tough loss against the Red Wings on Friday. Lost to Montreal the game before that. I think tonight Boston gets back into the win column for sure. Hey, Rob's second favorite team in the NFL now is the Raiders. He's hopping on the John Gruden train in Oakland as Boston tries to bring that puck in. but turns it over, and the Flyers dump it back down the other way. Halak, a little issue behind his net there, and Philadelphia maintains possession in the offensive zone. Boston unable to clear. Sloppy puck handling from Jarro Halak there. But now here come the Bruins 3-on-2 into the Philly end, where the pass does not connect from Charlie Coyle, and Philadelphia is able to exit their zone rather easily. Yes, the Jets did win today against the Giants, so the Jets pick up their second win of the season. That puck goes across the offensive zone for the Flyers, right to a Boston stick, and the Bruins get an easy clear. UConn always loses in college football. They're absolutely horrible. Hey, welcome back, Kevin. Not a problem, man. Glad you could come back and join us. So we're about 2.5 minutes into the game here. No real quality chances on either side yet. Here comes Boston now into the offensive zone, trying to maintain possession. Shot back to the point, deflected in front, and I don't think that ever got through, but that was a somewhat decent chance there for the Bruins. And now Philadelphia exits, and Boston has to regroup in their own zone. Now Pittsburgh is beating the Rams. Yes, 14-10 up on the LA Rams. So here's Philadelphia now in the offensive zone, maintaining possession, trying to get a good chance here. That shot gets blocked down long before it ever gets to the net. Kevin Hayes now gets the puck. Back to the Philly point. Throws it in front, but it gets knocked down. And now here comes Boston out the other way. Sean Corrali shoots it on goal. Carter Hart makes the save. Brief 2-on-1 there for the Bruins. Hart makes the save on Corrali, and now the Flyers come back the other way. Hayes dumps it in, and the Flyers go for a line change. Boston's going to be looking for a line change of their own here very soon. This fourth line's been out here for a while. Corrali in on the forecheck. Nordstrom goes off. They get one guy off, but I would figure the other two are going to be trying to get off here pretty soon as well. The Sunday night football game tonight is the Dallas Cowboys and Minnesota Vikings. That's the Sunday night game tonight. Panther's going to pick games for his grandfather for college football next week, and hopefully he gets a good amount of money so he can get a good cut. Yeah, I wish you all the best, man. Predicting games is definitely difficult. College football is pretty wild to try and predict as well. But good luck, man. I hope you hit some big winners and you can get some money out of it. As Philadelphia is keeping the puck in the Boston end here, and Halak finally makes a glove save and covers it. A nice save. They were showing some replays of Boston chances there. And nice save by Carter Hart on that Corrali rush. So offensive zone faceoff here for the Flyers. Boston wins it, but Flyers hard in on the forecheck. Not going to make it easy to get out of this zone. And Flyers actually gain possession there along the wall and get a shot on goal. Halak has to push it off to the side. Boston finally gets it out now. Top line on the ice, Bergeron, Marchand, and Pastrnak. Pastrnak, I believe, is offsides. They're going to have to tag up, which they do, but Philadelphia gets it back into the Boston end. Nice hit behind the net by Pastrnak on the Flyers defenseman. However, Philly is still able to clear it, and Boston has to regroup here in the neutral zone. So here comes Pastrnak. Shot from the slot, gets deflected down. Never really even got a good chance off there. Good back check from the Flyers. And now both teams are going for a line change. Boston in their own end. Carlo D2D regroups with Chara. That puck is going to be iced by Zdeno Chara from behind the red line. Not a great icing to take there, to say the least. And Philly was going to get another offensive zone faceoff. So, tell you, Boston hasn't looked overly sharp coming out of this game. Hey, what's going on, TTC? Yes, I saw. I'm pretty sure I gave it a heart. Let me check and make sure I did. I saw your comment. Yeah, I gave it a heart. So definitely saw it. And yeah, I don't think Mike Milbury is going to be going anywhere near a management position ever again, Panther. So that's just probably not going to happen. Hey, Sal's in the chat. Thank you so much for watching, Sal, Behind the Arc Basketball. If you're a basketball fan, be sure to check out his channel. Also, check out his football channel if you're into football, Final Yard Football. He does some great play-by-play. That's my best friend, Sal. Thank you so much for watching. Hey, Sherry, what's going on, man? Welcome to the chat. That's all good, Sherry. Not a problem. Just glad that you could join us here for this game. As Boston player breaks his stick and turns the puck over. Now Konechny brings it into the zone for the Flyers. Philly with a great opportunity here. Puck in the offensive zone. Boston player without a stick. I think it might be Carlo who broke his stick. So it's essentially a 5-on-4.5 right now. And Boston does get it out. Real lazy play there by the Flyers defenseman to not keep that puck in the zone, and Boston's able to get it out. Philly takes it right away. Big time save there by Halak with the pad. I don't know. Boston's looked real sloppy to start this game. They're having trouble getting the puck out of their own end, and they're kind of lucky that Philadelphia hasn't scored yet. Nice play there in the neutral zone by Charlie Coyle defensively, and now Boston's able to bring it into the offensive zone. Krug has it, goes D to D. Krug with a blast, that goes just wide and is going to clear itself all the way down as the shot goes by the far post. Halak comes out of his net, passes it to Krug, who passes it to McAvoy, and now McAvoy leads the rush up ice. Dumps the puck in, and Boston gets in on the forecheck here. Big hit by the Philly defenseman on whoever that was for the Bruins, and now Philadelphia is able to clear the puck and come back 4-on-3. Great chance there for the Flyers in Halak. I don't know if Halak got that or if the shot went wide. Now Boston 3-on-2 coming back up the other way. Clifton, and he's offsides. Would have been a grade A opportunity for Connor Clifton, and the linesman blows it dead for offsides. So we head to commercial here with 11:48 left in the first period. Pretty sloppy game from both teams so far, from what I've seen. And no score yet, though, for either side. Vaughn's TV is pulling a fire strike, and it just cut out for no reason. Sherry has to root for Boston in this one. I'm also rooting for Boston, so there we go. Yes, I am doing the whole game tonight. Rob's rooting for the Flyers. BU versus PC was absolutely awesome last night. I did a game review on that earlier today, so check that video out if you haven't already. I talk about a lot of the NHL-bound players for both teams. Also discuss the game as a whole. Providence College won 6-5 in what was an absolutely wild back-and-forth game. It was so much fun to watch. One of the most fun hockey games I've seen all year long at any level, college, pro, NHL, or AHL. It was great. Penguins beat the Islanders in overtime to snap their win streak. The Islanders were already at 10. They were bound to. They were due for a loss. So I can't say I'm really surprised there. Will I do a college hockey stream one day? Maybe if I'm watching the game at home. I definitely might stream during a college hockey game. Oh man, I have no idea who's going to win the cup this year. We're only a month in. In my mind, Washington right now, I would say, is probably the clear-cut front runner. Washington started this season absolutely on a roll. They've looked unbelievable this year. So definitely Washington's up there, but it's way too early to know who's going to win the cup. There's still a lot of games left, and then you've got the entire playoffs to go. And as we saw last year, anyone can beat anyone in the NHL. Yeah, I don't know if Pittsburgh didn't play very well in the playoffs against the Islanders, but they played well last game against them, that's for sure. Um, Islanders are a good team, though. There's no doubt about that. Hey, welcome to the chat, Hawks fan. And great, we got a fight update. Taves dropped the gloves with Muzzin early. Okay, wow. Definitely not a fight you would expect to see. Jonathan Taves and Jake Muzzin. That is definitely not what you would expect to see. But hey, Chicago's off to a pretty lousy start. They haven't been all that great this season. Oh, it wasn't even a fight. Never mind. They only got roughing minors. It wasn't even a fight. I got excited there for a second, but it's not a real fight. Who's my favorite goalie outside of the Bruins? I don't know. I've never even thought of that. Favorite goalie outside of the Bruins. I mean, I guess I'd have to pick who's my favorite goalie in general. I don't I don't know. I've never thought about that as far as which goaltenders I like. There aren't really any that there's some that I think are good and there's some that I think aren't, but there's none that I like. Players you can develop. I really don't like that guy even if he's a good player, but goalies really aren't like that. You don't really have goalies you like and dislike. You have them. It's more based on how they play. I don't know. Marc-Andre Fleury is probably up there. I like Fleury a lot, and I picked him to win the Vezina this year. So I guess I'd probably say Marc-Andre Fleury in Vegas. Yeah, the Dolphins win again, and now they're full. Their full season tank isn't going as planned. As now they've won a couple of games, and they are costing themselves valuable draft positions. Huge save there by Halak. I don't know how Philadelphia didn't score there. Great A opportunity there for the Flyers, and Halak somehow keeps it out with the help of the Boston defense. I mean, beautiful pass, great save from Halak, and then Boston's defense just ties up Kevin Hayes, and Halak's able to dive back and cover the puck. Great defense there from Patrice Bergeron, who else, and Brandon Carlo to keep that puck out of the net. Yeah, Dolphins can't even tank right. Wow. That is unbelievable. No, yes, the Bengals lost today, so they continue to be winless on the season. They got absolutely destroyed by Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. The Bengals are really, really bad. I think the Bengals are definitely the worst team in the league this year. They're even worse than the Dolphins. We got the hitting picking up in this game here. A couple of Flyers players just took runs at Bruins, and now Boston player just got leveled. It was Anders Bjork got leveled behind the net there, as this physical part of the game is definitely starting to pick up here. Oh, huge hit along this end sidewall there. Boston player, I don't know who it was, just caught one of the Flyers and leveled them along the sideboards. One-time chance there, just goes wide for the Flyers. Philadelphia is swarming in the Boston zone right now. Again, the Bruins haven't looked that great in this period. It's not been as good as I thought this game would be for them. So Sherry says Holtby is his favorite other goalie, and he's a Penguins fan, so that's Definitely kind of weird, but Holpe honestly hasn't been that great this season. His numbers aren't good, but he's obviously one of the top goalies in the game. I just think he's off to a slower start. Capitals as a whole, however, are not. 0-16 Bengals. Yeah, probably. I definitely think the Bengals have a strong chance to go 0-16. Maybe they win a game and get to 1-15, but I mean, they are bad. They are bad. Yeah, every time the Dolphins win, it hurts their draft position. So, um, I would think that they'd really want to be losing these games. Yeah, the physicality here in the last couple of minutes is really picked up in this game. Seen some big hits on both sides. So we're at commercial break here. While we're on commercial, I might as well go through the NHL and see what else is going on. I think a lot of the games were played earlier today, but as I said, I watched earlier. The Panthers beat the Rangers in a shootout, 6-5 this afternoon. That was an absolutely wild game. Really, really fun to watch. The Jets beat the Stars in overtime today, 3-2 this afternoon. Devils beat the Canucks 2-1. While my predictions did not go well for today. So Devils add another win, and they're starting to put some wins on the board here. We know they obviously got off to a very, very bad start this season. They're up to 5-7-4 now, so they're only 6 points out of a playoff spot. As bad as the Devils started this year, this is why it's important not to panic too early and really read too much into the first month of the season, because now, 10 days into November, the Devils are only 6 points out of a playoff spot, and they've only played 16 games. So, there's a lot of other teams that have played 17 or 18 so far. So, Devils are kind of pulling themselves back into it. Vegas and Detroit are tied 2-2 right now, with about 2 minutes left in the third period. So there could be another overtime game potentially. And the Blackhawks are up 1-0 on the Maple Leafs in the first period of that game. And this game is obviously still 0-0. So that's what's going on around the league right now, as Philadelphia gets another shot on goal and a save by Halak. Tell you, Philadelphia has been the better team the first 12 minutes of this game. I'll have to check that, Sherry. Who scored in the Vegas-Detroit game? Let me check. I'll pull it back up. Oh, nice save there on Marchand by Carter Hart with his glove. And that keeps Boston off the board with 8:02 left. The goal scorers for Vegas are Jonathan Marchessault and Max Pacioretty. The goal scorers for Detroit are Andreas Athanasiou and Madison Bowie. So, yeah, typical goal scorers for Vegas, not exactly typical goal scorers for Detroit. That game looks like it could potentially be going to overtime, as Boston's shot off the faceoff gets blocked and Philadelphia is able to clear the zone. And Halak gets another save and a cover there on a long shot from the point from Matt Niskanen. So Halak has been very busy early in this game. And but Bruins have looked really sloppy so far. I thought they were going to come out and be a lot better and try and take control of this game. But Philly's been the better team the first 12 minutes. Wow, Detroit just took the lead. So another prediction wrong for me. And Vegas has really been struggling lately. Detroit's about to beat Vegas. So here comes Boston now into the offensive zone. They turn the puck over, however, and they have to regroup as Philadelphia clears it. Then they dump it back in and go for a line change. Philly regroups behind their own net. And we'll start the breakout here with Shane Gostisbehere. Pass does not connect through the middle of the ice, and Boston takes it away. Boston now in on the forecheck. Can't really maintain any possession. Neither team's getting, sustained possessions here. And Philly just dumps it out. Boston has to go back and get it. Charlie McAvoy now going behind his own net. Keeps it away from the heavy Philadelphia forecheck, but Boston sloppy through the neutral zone, and Chris Wagner turns the puck over. Now here comes Philly back the other way. And now Boston takes it away and has to try again, this time to get through the neutral zone. Wagner does get through this time, but is hit along the sideboards, and Philadelphia gets a pretty easy breakout. And now all of a sudden it's 4-on-1, 3-on-2 now, and a huge save from Jaro Halak, and another one, and then the puck goes in. Boston looks like trash right now. Boston looks like trash. Sloppy through the neutral zone and turning pucks over left and right. And Travis Konechny now has his 8th goal on the season already. That was a 4-on-1 at one point for the Flyers. And then Boston somewhat got back, but didn't cover everybody. And after a couple of attempts, the rebound's just sitting there in front of the net, and Konechny has an easy time just flopping that into the back of the net. Easy goal. Unbelievable. Do I hate any Patriots player? No, I wouldn't say hate, no. Mantha scored with 30 seconds left, so Mantha with the game-winning goal for the Red Wings over Vegas. Sharks have won 3 in a row. Yeah, the Philadelphia definitely looks better. Or did I just Philadelphia? San Jose definitely looks better. They're starting to get some wins on the board there. And now we've got a high sticking penalty coming up. And it's Joel Farabee going to the box for Philadelphia. I thought the penalty was going to be on the Bruins, but it was not. It's on Joel Farabee of the Flyers going to the box for high sticking. I think, the Sharks are finally starting to put things together a little bit, Vaughn. They're starting to get some wins on the board, and they might finally be starting to play like the Sharks team we expected to see this season. Just saw checking Twitter here that the Blackhawks just scored again. So they take a 2-0 lead on the Toronto Maple Leafs. So that would be a pretty bad loss. That would be a pretty bad loss for the Maple Leafs tonight. I don't know why I can't talk tonight, but oh God, no! I hated Erik Karlsson's contract from the moment that he signed it. I said that was a horrible contract. Oh, that's a brutally bad contract for Erik Karlsson. He can't play defense. He's injured all the time. Yeah, he puts up points, but he's a complete liability in his own zone. $11.5 million for that? Are you kidding me? Terrible, terrible contract for Erik Karlsson. Awful deal. Yeah, Joel Farabee's stick catches Brad Marchand right in the face as he battles along the wall there. And Boston's going to get a power play here. Boston has not looked very good in this game so far, so this would be a good time for their power play to step up and and tie this game, to get this game tied back up, because Philadelphia has by far been the better team in this first period. Boston wins the faceoff, maintains possession. Torrey Krug with an absolute bomb save, though, by Carter Hart. Pastrnak keeps the puck in and then just throws it off the penalty killer for Philadelphia. I don't know what he was doing there, and Boston has to regroup as it gets cleared all the way down. Big hit there on Patrice Bergeron by the Flyers defenseman, and now Boston struggling to really get anything set up in the offensive zone. They're struggling to even keep possession here. Too slow to the puck, and they're just getting beat to pucks all across the board, and Philadelphia clears it again. Yeah, Kevin Hayes' contract is awful. Over $7 million a year for somebody who maybe scores 50 points. That's a terrible deal. Who has the worst contract in the NHL? I still think Milan Lucic is probably the worst contract right now. I mean, he's absolutely awful for making $6 million a year. Here comes David Krejci into the offensive zone for the Bruins. Passes it all the way around to the point. Boston sends it back down. Ref needs to get the hell out of the way. Pastrnak, nice possession play there. Now Krejci can set up on the half wall. Krejci down low, gets it back on the half wall. Going to look to go out to the point now. No, gets it to the middle to Coyle, and then the puck ends up getting deflected back to David Krejci. Now out to the point, over. Another save by Carter Hart on the one-timer there. And Philadelphia clears it all the way down with less than 20 seconds left on the power play. This is just about going to do it on the power play for Boston. So they did get some chances out of it and certainly had some puck possession. However, not able to score on the man advantage. And that was a quality opportunity going with that. And now here comes Philadelphia, unable to maintain possession, though, and Boston gives it right back to them. What are the Bruins doing? This has been such a sloppy period. They look gross right now. They can't even keep the puck on their sticks. They're just turning it over every time they touch the puck. And now we got a whistle for offsides, I believe, on Philadelphia. Yeah, honestly, the refs need to stay the hell out of the way. It's really annoying when you're trying to make a play with the puck and the ref gets in your way. Like, get the hell out of the way. No, I will not be around. I won't be home on Friday night, so I will not be watching Boston versus Toronto on Friday because I won't be home. Well, there you go, Rob. That's awesome. Glad that you had ribs and they were bombed today. Nice. Boston is currently losing 1-0 with 3 minutes remaining in the first period, Lewis. So not a great start for the Bruins right now. They've looked very, very sloppy in this period. Very sloppy. So Boston's fourth line in on the forecheck, but can't get possession of the puck. And now the Flyers end up bringing it down and getting it into the offensive zone where Chara is harassed by the Flyers forecheck, and Boston has to turn things around, and they just give the puck away. Once again, Boston just gives the puck away in the defensive zone, and now the Flyers have gotten possession here, and they're setting up right now with a chance to possibly get some quality offensive chances out of this. Sanheim keeps it in the zone, down low, then to the middle, over. Myers scores, and it's 2-0 Flyers. Boston looks awful right now. Awful. I would use my timeout right now if I was Bruce Cassidy. If I was Bruce Cassidy, I am calling a timeout right now and ripping this team apart. They look horrible. No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that Pasternak's point streak ended because they took after a game they took a point away. I think so. Pretty sure I saw that on Twitter. that his point streak's not still going. What a brutal period for Boston. They look terrible. No, I don't really care what channel it's on, Vaughn. The only good thing about NBCSN is not having to listen to Jack Edwards. But when I stream, I have the volume down so low because obviously I don't want that getting on this picked up by the microphone. I can't even hear him anyway. So it doesn't really matter to me what channel the game's on. So we're down to a minute and a half left in the first period here. Philadelphia still has puck possession, bringing it into the offensive zone. Nice hit there by Brandon Carlo. And Krejci tries to bring the puck into the offensive zone, but loses it to the Flyers back check. So Flyers with a bad play there, not able to turn the puck or to get the puck out of their zone. Now here comes Charlie Coyle. And Philadelphia is finally able to clear it. And Heinen, who is back playing the point. And there's a whistle here for playing the puck with a high stick. I'm not sure who played it with a high stick. I didn't see that, but we got a whistle here. I would have called a timeout there. This has been a pathetic start for the Boston Bruins. So we're down under a minute here. Boston wins the faceoff in their own zone. The touching the puck with a high stick was on the Bruins, and it was a defensive zone faceoff. But Boston just throws it out of their zone and gives it right back to Philadelphia. Now the Flyers get a chance to regroup and go for possession of their own, and now they bring it back into the offensive zone. Corrali's able to take that away on a bad pass and dumps it down. 20 seconds left. Doesn't appear that Boston's going to get any real great scoring chances. Here they go from the point. That shot gets blocked. They give it away. And now here come the Flyers who dump it down. 5 seconds left. That's about it for the period. Brutally sloppy period for the Bruins. Marchand's offsides with 2.2 seconds left. I don't even know why they bothered calling that. They should have just let the clock run, honestly. But it's almost the end of the first. Philadelphia with a 2-0 lead right now. Really took it to Boston all period long. All period long, it's been Philly's been the better team. And that's the face-off, and that's the end of the period. So we've got 2-0 Philly at the end of the first, and we are now at intermission. So not the start as I move the computer for intermission and my dog starts barking. Not the start that the Bruins wanted, to say the least, in this game, as they have looked really, really bad so far. And Philadelphia is just taking it to them. Honestly, the Bruins are lucky it's only 2-0. It could easily be 3 or 4-0 Philly at this point. Of course, Sherry. Of course he is. So we're at intermission here. Let's try, hopefully get some more people here. Only a couple people watching. This definitely hasn't been the best. Need to get some more people in the stream here. Really? You that's not good. You hate them all? Jeez. Hey, what's going on, Goal Horns? Welcome to the stream. Really appreciate having you here. Obviously, this hasn't been, as you can probably tell by the number of people watching, this hasn't been the most attended one. So hopefully we can get some more people in the chat going here, as the Blackhawks have taken a 3-0 lead on the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight. So that's obviously good if you're a Hawks fan or if you don't like the Maple Leafs. 3-0 in the first period for Chicago, and Chicago needs to start picking up some wins. They've struggled out of the gate for sure. So earlier games from today, I'll just go through some scores. Panthers beat the Rangers in a shootout 6-5. Jets beat the Stars 3-2 in overtime. Devils beat the Canucks 2-1, and the Red Wings beat the Golden Knights 3-2. All those games happened earlier. Right now, we have the Flyers beating the Bruins 2-0 at the first intermission, and the Blackhawks beating the Maple Leafs 3-0 with about 3.5 minutes left in the first. Only late game tonight is Oilers and Ducks starting at 9 p.m. So that's our NHL action for today. People watching. Usually we got double digits up in this joint, but not tonight. So we've got a bunch of time to kill here at intermission, with the game not going on for another 15 minutes or so. And with, normally the chat is pretty active during intermission, but with so few people here, it might not be as active. So that might make intermission a little more boring. Oh, the Leafs just scored. All right. So Toronto gets back within 2 by scoring against Chicago, and now that's a 3-1 game, with just about 3 minutes left in the first there. Will Jeremy Lauzon be part of the March call-ups this year? Probably. I would have, if I had to guess, I would say he definitely would. He played some NHL games last year. Obviously, he's been playing in the AHL for the Providence Bruins. I think when the roster expands or their depth gets tested on the back end, I do think that Jeremy Lauzon will be a guy who gets an NHL look. No, I said before the season started that Vancouver was going to make the playoffs this year, and I firmly stand by that. I think Vancouver is a playoff team this year. They made some great additions in the past offseason, and I think that with Besser and Horvat and Pettersson as that young core, and then bringing in Ferland and JT Miller and bringing in Jordy Ben and Tyler Myers to that back end, I thought from before the season even started, I thought Vancouver would be a playoff team this year, and I do think that they'll end up making it. I was surprised that Ottawa beat Carolina, but they play again tomorrow night, and I think Carolina does win tomorrow night. Yeah, Vancouver's in third place in the Pacific right now, but I think the Pacific has a long way to go as far as that being sorted out standings wise. Because I definitely do not see the Oilers winning the Pacific. I don't think Calgary stays up there either. Vancouver's in second right now, or in third right now. I think there's still a long way to go in the Pacific Division as far as which teams are playoff teams and which ones aren't. Yeah, Ottawa and LA are two of the worst teams in the league, so they're definitely not going to be the Stanley Cup final. Yeah, I'm surprised Ottawa's been this good. I'm shocked. Now, I think as the season goes along, Ottawa does end up in last place because, they're the Ottawa Senators, and look at that roster. But Ottawa so far has won more games than I certainly thought they would. I think they're up to 5 wins now on the season. Let me pull the standings back up. Pretty sure Ottawa's up to 5 wins now. 6. Wow. Yeah, that win over Carolina last night, and they're 6-9-1 on the season. So, um, yeah, I'm shocked. I'm honestly shocked that Ottawa's won this many games so far. I thought they'd be at like 3 wins at this point. They've doubled that. So, Senators definitely playing better than I thought they would. Hey, the Blackhawks scored again to take a 4-1 lead on Toronto. So Toronto made it was 3-0 Chicago, and then Toronto made it 3-1. But Jonathan Taves gets his 3rd goal of the season, and Chicago's back up by 3, 4-1 in the first period over the Maple Leafs. So I guess that Toronto defense isn't any better than it was last year, to say the least. Giving up 4 goals in the first period already. That is pretty brutal. Oh my Jesus, Sherry, that is quite the story you got there. Not really sure what that's all about, but hope you had fun with that. And hey, Slapshot Jack's in the chat. Thank you for joining, Jack. Really, really appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the chat. Hope you enjoy it. This is my first chat or first stream, I should say, as a fully monetized channel. A lot of you weren't here earlier when I said at the beginning of the stream. I got the word today from YouTube that I've been accepted into the partner program. So this channel is now fully monetized. Super chats available. All my videos are monetized now. And the community tab will be coming up very soon, to where I can just announce things for you guys in writing rather than having to upload a video on it. I can also do polls and stuff like that on the community tab. So very exciting stuff going on here. And this is my first stream since then, because it just happened a couple hours ago. So I just want to let you guys know. Super chat is like what Hot Take Hockey has, where you can like make donations and stuff. You click the super chat button, and you can make donations and stuff like that through, just like straight through the chat. Also, most of you weren't here earlier when I said when my next stream will be, so I'm going to say it again now. Next stream is going to be Wednesday night, the NBCSN game at 7:30. This Flyers team again, this time against the Washington Capitals. That game is in Philadelphia, so it's Washington at Philly Wednesday night, 7:30. Should be a really fun game. Obviously, a rivalry matchup there between the Caps and Flyers, and two Metro Division teams that are going to be fighting it out for a playoff spot all year long. So that should definitely be a fun one to watch, and definitely expect a physical game given the history between those two teams, and just the lineups and the division rivalry, and how much they really don't dislike each other, to say the least, between the Caps and Flyers. So that's Wednesday night at 7:30. Should be a fun time, but we've still got 2 periods of this game to go when we finally get back from intermission here. Philadelphia with a 2-0 lead at the first intermission over Boston. Bruins have looked really, really sloppy all game long. Not a good night for them. And not what I expected. I was expecting a bounce back game. I was expecting a bounce back game, to say the least, from Boston after losing to Montreal last week and losing to Detroit on Friday. I thought they'd come out at home ready to go and playing well in this game, and that just has not been the case. Yeah, honestly, I am pretty tired. I fell asleep at one point this afternoon, but yeah, it hasn't exactly been a relaxing weekend for me, to say the least. So if I sound tired, it's because I am, for sure. So not quite ready for start of the second period yet. Hopefully coming soon. Jesus, fantasy football chat is out of control here. Hey, so Jack, you got something special for your 100 sub milestone. I hope you hit it soon, man. I know I'm subscribed, and I really would love to see your channel get to 100. That's obviously a big milestone, and it's a lot of fun to get to for sure. Um, how do I feel about losing to Montreal? I mean, I didn't see any of that game. Um, so I didn't see it at all or what happened or anything, but obviously it's never a fun time when the Bruins lose to Montreal. That's not a team that you want to lose to, but I was more upset about Friday night losing to Detroit because Detroit stinks. And a team like Boston should not be losing to the Red Wings, but they did, and now they're losing to Philly 2-0 tonight. And Boston's going through a stretch here where, as dominant as they were to start this season, it's not been as good the last week or so here for the Bruins, and hopefully they can get things back on track. If not this game, next game, and get back into the win column. I have no comments about the Coyotes. I haven't seen a singles Coyotes game. I haven't seen a single Coyotes game this season, so I have no idea. All I can do is look at their record. I have no idea how they're playing. Uh, That'll be fun doing an NHL 13 season mode with the Thrashers. Anything, anything bringing back the Thrashers is always a fun time. So hopefully the second period is going to start when we get back from this commercial. I'm definitely ready to get this game back going here. Of course, Danny Heatley leads your team in goals. Of course, nothing better. I mean, I've watched a Coyotes game before. I have not seen a Coyotes game yet this season. They haven't been on, so I have not seen I have not seen a Coyotes game yet this season. It's only a month in. They haven't been on NBCSN yet, so I have had no way to watch them. All right, here we go. Finally back here for the start of the second. About time. That intermission was long. Hey, there you go. 2-0 beating the Kings. Nice job, Sherry. Keep that going. I absolutely hate soccer, Panther. I cannot stand watching soccer. It's horrible. Um, yeah, no, I haven't watched a second of soccer in probably years. Absolute useless garbage sport. All right, so the teams are out of the locker room. We're ready to start the second period here. Um, Come on, just drop the puck. No, Boston looks like absolute garbage tonight, Johnny. This has been a trash game so far. Hey, there you go. 3-0 Atlanta. Good job, Sherry. Make sure you win that game. No, Boston's looked absolutely horrible tonight. 2-0 Philadelphia here at the start of the second period, and Philly just absolutely dominated that first. Boston couldn't really get anything going. They looked extremely sloppy. Really a pathetic period overall. So we'll see if they can bounce back in the second, or if that's going to be the theme of the night for the Bruins. But they lost to Montreal last week. They lost to Detroit last week. Now it looks like they're going to lose to the Flyers tonight. Boston's finally facing some adversity this season and starting to string losses together, which they haven't done at all yet this year. So at some point, we're going to have to hope that they get back on track. Yeah, no, I don't care about MLS at all, Vaughn. Not at all. Hey, welcome to the chat, Spotlight Hockey. What do I think about the Avalanche so far? The Avalanche look fantastic. Obviously, they're dealing with some injuries right now, with Landeskog and Rantanen both out off of that top line, but they're still winning games. Colorado looks like one of the absolute best teams in the West, without a doubt, and I think that that's going to continue all season long. The hype was very big surrounding that team before this season started, and they are living up to it so far. So we are underway here in the second. Philadelphia picking up right where they left off in the first with some offensive zone possession. That shot gets blocked down by the Bruins, but Philadelphia is able here to keep it in the zone, and now Boston clears it on their second attempt, and the Flyers have to regroup in the neutral zone. Philly right back into the offensive zone here. Travis Konechny passes it back to the point, back down. They have it on the half wall. Now D to D, and bad pass from the defenseman there. I think it was Travis Sanheim for the Flyers, and they have to clear as the puck goes out of the zone. Boston now coming through the neutral zone. Again, sloppy. Pass doesn't go tape to tape, and now here comes Philadelphia as they take the puck back. And that shot gets deflected up and out of play by Zdeno Chara. Konechny, though, did have a strong opportunity there. So this Boston, the first minute and 20 minute and 15 seconds to start this period. It's not been any better for the Bruins at all. Yes, Claude Giroux is playing Spotlight. He's out there for Philadelphia. Wow, Jesus, Sherry, that's absolutely nuts. Too bad he couldn't keep that going through more of his career in real life. That's wild. 21 goals in 21 games. Nice. Am I a good woodworker? Um, I don't know exactly what you mean by that, Vaughn. Somewhat decent, I would say. As Halak has to make the save there with 18:01 remaining in the second. I have the Oilers beating the Ducks tonight. That is the lone late game in the NHL, starting in about an hour from now at 9 p.m. Eastern time. I have the Oilers beating the Ducks tonight. That's my pick for that game. So defensive zone face-off here for Boston, and they're going to whistle it back as Philadelphia won it cleanly, but they're going to blow the whistle and redo the drop there. So Boston now wins the redrop on the faceoff and is able to get the puck out of their zone. Philadelphia here regrouping in their own end. Charlie Coyle hard in on the forecheck. Bruins looking to get any sort of puck possession that they can and get anything going offensively because they've not really had any of that so far. Yes, Spotlight. I do think that the Flyers make the playoffs as a wild card team this year. I think I do think that they're a postseason team, but I think they get in and as a wild card. And break, we got a chance there for the Bruins. The Bruins are acting like they scored, but the referee has not signaled anything on the play. He might have blown it dead. I don't know what's going on here. Boston might have scored. They're acting like they scored, but there was a wild rush and then scramble in front of the net. And obviously this is going to go to video review, I think. I don't know if it's, there's so much that could potentially get called here. The ref could say that he blew the whistle because he thought the puck was covered. The ref could say that it was goaltender interference. I have no idea what this is. The puck definitely ends up in the net. The puck was also never frozen by Carter Hart in goal, but that doesn't mean the ref didn't lose sight of it and blow the whistle. So, I mean, I have no idea what's going to happen here. The ref never signaled goal on the play. So I assume they're just going to go to video review on this and try and figure out what the heck just happened. But so the ruling on the play is no goal. The ref, I guess, had already blown the whistle. But the puck was obviously ended up in the net, and it was never covered, but I think the ref blew the play dead before it went in. That is a completely obnoxious and ridiculous prediction, Vaughn. Senators and Kings are not going to the Stanley Cup final. They're two of the worst teams in the league right now. Sherry says that his team is 5th in the standings. All right, you're in a playoff spot. That's good. Yes, Johnny, the Sharks are starting to play better. They've won 3 in a row. For sure. They've looked better over the last week or so, definitely. I think they're going to start to look more like the team we expected to see this season, not how they started the year. Hey, what's going on, Eddie? Welcome to the chat. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. Love having you here. Hey, Jack, welcome as well. Thank you for tuning in and watching. The Blackhawks are really putting a beating on the Toronto Maple Leafs right now. I know that it was 4-1 in the first period there. So that seems like a pretty wild game going so far. Yeah, still 4-1 Chicago at the end of the first. This game is 2-0 Boston, or 2-0 Philadelphia over Boston. About 3 minutes into the second period here. This has been a brutal start for the Bruins, to say the least. And now the refs are talking to both coaches. They called it no goal on the ice. Pretty sure that the ref blew the whistle before it went in. The ref shouldn't have blown the whistle. The puck was never covered. It should have been a goal, but I think the ref blew the whistle before it went in. So, yeah, that should have been a goal, but it's not. And now Boston remains down 2-0. And they'll have to get in back on the forecheck here and try and get something going. So Boston now on the forecheck in the offensive zone, trying to get an actual goal on the board here, although they haven't been able to so far. Philadelphia clears it down, and that's probably going to go for icing. No, it dies right before the goal line, and now Boston's got to get it out themselves, and they just turn the puck over once again through the neutral zone. I don't know what is going on with the Bruins tonight, but they have been turnover machines. Another turnover. Oh my God. Finally, Boston gets it out. They dump it in on Carter Hart, and now they call that icing. Wow. Boston does not have their shit together in this game at all. Yeah, it's not been a good start for the Chicago Blackhawks to start this season, to say the least, at all. But a big win over a team like Toronto could be something that could kickstart their season and get them going this year, and maybe get them on a bit of a win streak. Because right now Chicago is well out of a playoff spot with only 5 wins on the season. No, that's only in the playoffs, Vaughn. That's only in the playoffs. I have no idea how many shots Boston has. Um, haven't been tracking shots at all. So here's Philadelphia now in the offensive zone. Boston does a good job of protecting the front of their net, and they're able to clear it out now. But Pastrnak turns the puck over in the neutral zone. I don't know what is going on right now. Every time a Boston player touches the puck, they turn it over, basically. It's unbelievable how sloppy and bad this team looks right now. There's Marchand up to Pastrnak, who immediately gets knocked off the puck, and Philadelphia takes it out of their zone and heads back the other way. Yeah, no, the Leafs have definitely been pretty disappointing to start this year. Far from dominant, that's for sure, as they try and hang on to a playoff spot. But bad losses against teams like Chicago is not going to help out Toronto. Boston's got 6 shots so far. Yeah, that is pretty pathetic. And now that's icing on Philadelphia, so the puck will come down back to the Flyers' end, and Boston will get an offensive zone draw. This has been a pretty terrible start to this game for the Bruins. No, pass the bong around during intermission. I don't think that's going to help them. They do not have it tonight. I don't know what is going on. Arizona D-backs is here in the chat saying go Flyers. So we got another Flyers fan here. I wouldn't say that the Bruins can't compete against Philly. Boston's a better team than Philly. Boston just looks like absolute garbage tonight. This has not been their night at all. Flyers keep it in the offensive zone is another turnover from the Bruins. Flyers behind the Boston net now, maintaining possession. They pinch in from the point and maintain possession again. So Boston can't even get the puck out of their own zone. Myers now back to the point. Philly's set up in the offensive zone here, looking to get a quality chance out of it. Boston is just running around at this point, hoping to get the puck out. They still can't get it out. And the Flyers Flyers still maintain possession. Back to the middle now, over to Philippe Myers. That blast from the point goes just wide and clears itself all the way down the end boards. Well, thank you, Arizona D-backs. I appreciate that. Honestly, it looks like it does, Panther, look like the Bruins just want to go home. They certainly don't want to play in this game. No, I haven't been to the rink yet. It's probably going to be a while before I get to the rink, or at least get to play some pond hockey. So haven't been there yet. Hey, Dark, what's going on? Welcome to the chat. Really appreciate you being here. Thank you for joining us tonight. As Boston is getting worked by the Philadelphia Flyers right now. Every time Boston touches the puck, it's basically a turnover. And Philadelphia has really had control of this game from the get-go. And that's another icing call on the Flyers. So Boston with another offensive zone faceoff here. Oh, you gave up on live streaming Borderlands 3. Well, thank you for coming here and watching some hockey with us. And got a group chat, got the group chat going for this Bruins Flyers game, which has not been good for Boston so far. Par Lindholm tries to win that faceoff, and the Flyers clear it out to the neutral zone. Boston has to go out and regroup. So here comes Anders Bjork now. It tries to pass it across in the offensive zone to Zach Senyshyn, and he doesn't connect. Boston does keep it in, however. Looking to get some sort of offensive opportunity out of this. Shot from the point, does not get through, gets blocked down by Philly's defense in front. Now the Flyers are going to clear the zone, which they do. As a Flyers player gets checked into the open bench door on the Boston bench. And that had to not feel very good for that Flyers player. But now here comes Philadelphia, 3-on-2 up the ice. Turned into a 3-on-3. And after a couple of chances, Boston's able to clear it out of their zone. Yeah, Bruins lose to Detroit. Now they lose to, now they're getting, blasted by Philadelphia so far tonight. This has not been a good stretch for Boston. Now there's a delayed penalty coming up against the Bruins. A hooking call, I believe, coming up against David Pastrnak as he goes to the box, and he's barking at the official. I think some frustration is starting to set in for the Bruins as we go to commercial break here. This has been a brutally bad game for Boston to watch. Yeah, my channel would get taken down for a copyright violation if I showed the game. So I will never show a game on here. Just got the channel monetized, not getting it taken down now. So while we're on commercial here, I just want to remind everyone to please give this stream a thumbs up and hit that like button if you haven't already. That greatly, greatly helps out the channel and gets more people into the stream, which we definitely could use. And also, if you're new to the channel and happen to be watching, please hit that subscribe button as we continue to grow this channel, now over 1,000 subscribers. Channel just got monetized today. For those of you that haven't heard yet, I got the word from YouTube that I've been accepted into the Partners Program. So full monetization is here and all the fun stuff that comes with that. So thank you guys so much for all your support. And let's keep this thing growing. Let's keep adding more and more subscribers here. Let's keep the streams going, the hockey content, and have a great rest of the season. Yeah, it's annoying, Johnny, but that's the way it is. So there's nothing I can do about that. No, I don't play music in any of my videos because that's one of the easiest way. That's one of the easiest way to get a copyright strike is through playing music. So I make sure that when I'm streaming, the TV is down low so nobody can hear the game. I make sure that the game isn't showing at all, and I make sure that there's no music in any of my videos. Yeah, I don't think you can't really see much on my glasses. That's definitely not going to be a copyright issue. So offensive zone face-off here. Power play for Philadelphia with a chance to go up 3-0 in this game. They win the draw and set up in the offensive zone. Here's Gostisbehere back at the point. Tries to get on net. Gets deflected wide. Boston now both defensemen behind the net. Philly maintains possession. That puck does come out, and it's offsides on the Flyers as that puck goes out and then right back in by the Flyers defenseman. Yeah, that would be cool, Sherry, but I don't really ever see it happening, especially the way that ended with the Jets just kind of packing up and leaving Atlanta and going back to Winnipeg. I don't know if we'll ever see that happen, but it would be very cool for sure. You definitely can't hear any music in any of the videos, Vaughn. I don't think my neighbor would be playing music that loudly either, considering they live down the street. Hey, welcome back, Arizona D-backs. Thank you for coming back and watching. Really appreciate it. So we're down now to the final minute on Philadelphia's power play. They haven't really gotten anything going so far, but there's still obviously a chance with a minute left. 10:45 left in the second period. We'll see. Konechny's shot goes through the middle and wide of the net. I think that wasn't really a shot. He was looking for a deflection on that. Didn't get it. Maintains possession in the offensive zone, however, does Philadelphia. And Boston struggling again to get the puck out of their zone. The final now 30 seconds on the power play. Hey, welcome, Chris. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Really appreciate it. Yes, the Jets won in overtime. Mark Scheifele got the game-winning goal for Winnipeg. They beat the Dallas Stars in a pretty important divisional matchup there between those two teams. So that was, I didn't see that game, but I'm sure it was a pretty fun one to watch. And welcome to the stream, Chris, and thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. So Boston now has killed off the penalty and are bringing the puck into the offensive zone. Nice shot there. McAvoy, I think that was McAvoy's shot, goes well wide, however. Corrali, big hit on Philippe Myers behind the net. No, it was McAvoy who shot that puck for Boston, just a little wide. Great opportunity from the high slot there to get Boston on the board in this game. Bruins with a chance there, flips it over the goal as he tried to roof that short side. Now Philadelphia gets it into the Boston end. So Boston has had a little bit of juice here after that penalty kill, able to kill that off, and now they go into the Philadelphia end and get a couple of chances. Philly now, Kevin Hayes brings it into the Boston zone, trying to set it up for the Flyers offense. Line change. The Coyle line now out for the Bruins. Under 10 minutes now remaining in the second period, so we're more than halfway through the game. Still 2-0 Philadelphia, both goals in the first period. Boston has looked really, really sloppy in this game so far. Hopefully they're able to get this turned around a little bit. This will be 3 straight losses for the Bruins if they can't find a way to come back in this game. So puck's in the neutral zone now. Boston gets possession. Here comes Brad Marchand. Yeah, Patrick Laine, I saw he had an absolute bomb of a shot for, I think it was Winnipeg's first goal in that game. So that's definitely good for him to get on the board. I heard about that, Eddie. I didn't hear what he said or anything. I mean, I'm not from Canada. I don't watch Hockey Night in Canada, so I don't really care that much. But I did hear about it on social media this morning. Jamie Benn now has 6 points in 18 games. Yeah, he's off to a really, really slow start in Dallas. 6 points in 18 games for a guy who's supposed to be a superstar player. That is just not going to cut it, as that is icing on the Bruins. And the puck will come back all the way down to the Boston end with 7:08 remaining in the second. Jack's film says he got the bong out and is ready for some hockey. Well, thank you for joining us tonight, Jax. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the chat. Hope you enjoy it. Vaughn says Joe Pavelski needs to start playing bad. Well, he played really bad to start the season. Then he started to heat up. I don't know if he's going to play bad again. He's a very good player, obviously. Sherry says that Jizz has the same consistency as syrup. Interesting observation there. I don't know if we needed to know that, but interesting. Yeah, it's 2-0 Philly, Jack. Boston has looked really, really sloppy in this game. Not what I wanted to see tonight as a Bruins fan. Yes, Bruins versus Predators are starting the season in the Czech Republic next October. That was announced a few days ago. So 6.5 minutes here left in the second period. Boston in the offensive zone, trying to get on the board. They need a goal. Really would like to get this cut down to a 1-goal game before the start of the third, or better for the Bruins if they could maybe tie it up. Great opportunity there, and Carter Hart comes up huge with the save there. Boston regroups in the neutral zone. Krug dumps it back in. Boston in on the forecheck now. Unable to keep it in, and Philadelphia gets the clear out to the Boston end. And nice chance there for the Flyers, but Halak they're not able to connect on the cross crease pass, and Halak keeps the puck out. I don't even know if that puck even got to him there. Shot there by Carlo. Nice save from Carter Hart. Carter Hart hasn't had to do a whole lot in this game, but he's come up big when he's needed to. And but overall, Boston hasn't gotten much going offensively at all. This has been largely a Philly-dominated game up to this point. Yeah, Pavelski's up to 8 points now for Dallas. He started off the year really, really bad, but he's been better as of late. Yeah, Boston loses to Montreal last week, loses to Detroit last week, and now starting off this week with a loss. Oh, maybe a loss to Philadelphia. If they lose tonight, this will be 3 losses in a row for the Flyers, or for the Bruins, excuse me. Hey, oh boy, we got our first donation. Willow, welcome to the chat, my man. Thank you so much for joining tonight. And first donation using Super Chat comes from Willow, a real OG, $1 Canadian. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. Can't tell you enough how much I appreciate that, Willow. First donation ever on the channel. First stream with Super Chat enabled. Just got the notice today that I was monetized. And thank you very, very much. Really, really appreciate it. So here comes Philadelphia now. Dumps it into the zone. Boston able to clear pretty quickly here and bring it back to the Flyers end. Cut to the middle, now back. Try and get it on goal, and Carter Hart covers it in front as the Bruins crash the net. Hart gets the cover, and we're going to have a whistle here with 3:33 left in the second period here. And pinball puck in front, Carter Hart able to make a nice save. You have to hit it's through Super Chat, Eddie. Basically, there should be like at the bottom of the chat, there should be a like $ square thing that says Super Chat, or will say Super Chat if you click on it, and that's basically how you donate to a YouTube channel on here. Pavelski might have an off year this year. Well, he started off slow, to say the least. We'll see if he gets it going or not as the year goes along. But I mean, he's what, 38 39 years old now, I think. He's been around a long time. It certainly might be a slowdown year for Joe Pavelski. Is it you, or is Thornton an asshole? I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know him personally or anything, so I have no idea. But I think, I mean, Drew Doughty to me jumps out as someone who's an asshole, but I don't really know about Joe Thornton. Vaughn says that Dallas needs to relocate to Atlanta because Grav doesn't deserve to watch hockey. Wow, Vaughn, that is very aggressive towards Grav. Oh, Pavelski's 35. All right, so he's not as old as I thought. I thought he was older than that. But still, once you get to your mid 30s, you definitely start to slow down. This is a young man's game, to say the least. And so I'm not surprised that we've seen Pavelski drop off a little bit at all. All right, Sherry, he's got to go to shower for a minute, but of course, not a problem. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it, and hopefully talk to you soon, man. And hopefully in a few minutes when you get back. So Boston wins the offensive zone faceoff there, but the shot from the point goes wide. 3.5 minutes left here in the second. Bruins really could use a goal here before the third period. Too many passes there. 3-on-1 chance, but too many passes for the Flyers. And they don't even get a shot on goal out of it, which is obviously unfortunate for them. And now here comes the Flyers, and a huge save from Jarl Halak on a breakaway there. Might have been Claude Giroux on the breakaway. Flyers with a golden opportunity to make this 3-0. Halak comes up huge. And Boston still has a chance here to go make this a one-goal game before the end of the period. Wow. Great chance there. Defensive breakdown for the Bruins. Flyers unable to take advantage of it. Eddie says send them to Quebec and Grav will be happy. I don't think Vaughn wants to make Grav happy, though. He seems to have some built-up animosity against Grav. Do I still hate Chicago? Not as much as I used to. I think my hatred for Chicago has really started to die down a little bit over the last year or so. But before that, yes, I couldn't stand them. But that team's changed a lot. They've got a lot of new players, a lot of different players. Obviously, they have a different coach now, and they aren't dominating the league anymore. They're not a perennial Stanley Cup contender. So I would definitely say my hatred of Chicago has started to die down a little bit. That shot gets deflected in front and goes wide. 2 minutes now remaining in the second period. And the Flyers' pass goes out of the offensive zone. Hey, I appreciate any donation, Willow. You don't need to donate anymore. I am very, very thankful for what you've already given. So that is not a problem, my man. It is much appreciated. Who would win, Von Hook or Grav? I don't know. I haven't really seen either of them in a fight, so I have no idea. Vaughn absolutely hates Grav, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Vaughn absolutely hates Grav. Wow. Yeah, Vaughn very much does not like Grav. Another save by Halak there, and then a shot goes wide as Philadelphia now has possession in the offensive zone and really pouring on the pressure here on the Bruins. Yes, it definitely very much did, Jack. And Grav is another hockey YouTuber, much like Hot Take Hockey and myself. But he is not one that I watch regularly or anything. I like Hot Take Hockey a lot more than Grav. Did I ever take boxing or martial arts? No, I have not. I have no. I have no experience with boxing or martial arts or fighting or anything like that. Only watching hockey fights. So final 30 seconds now of the second period. We are almost to the second intermission. There have not been a goal scored in this period yet. Philadelphia maintains their 2-0 lead. I think Boston had a little bit better of a period than the first. It wasn't a complete shit show like the first period was, but they still haven't been able to score a goal. They're still down 2-0, and they still don't look very good, to say the least. So overall, this has been a very disappointing showing from the Bruins on home ice, and that's going to do it. End of the period. So just like the last one ended, it's 2-0 Philly, this time at the end of the second. And we have 18 minutes to kill in the chat. Luckily, there's a lot more people here in the chat now than there was earlier, so hopefully this intermission isn't as boring. And we've got some time to kill, so hit that chat up and let's talk. Johnny doesn't use social media, so he's good. Yeah, that might be a smart way to go, Johnny. Panther says he put a pic of his ugly face if you want to laugh on Discord. All right, I'll check the Discord right now. Interesting. I'm gonna give that a I'm gonna give that a laugh reaction. Got any funny stories? I'm trying to think if anything's happened that's really like funny over over the last few days or anything. Nothing like particularly that stands out to me, I don't think. Oh, 100%, Vaughn. I 100% agree with you on that. Hot Take Hockey is way better than Grav's channel for sure. But that's just my personal opinion as well. But I agree with you on that. Dirty joke time, says Eddie. Oh, if you got any good ones, pop them in the chat. I'm trying to think of anything particularly funny over the past few weeks that I haven't told you guys about. Hey, Eddie killed a big rat with a pitchfork last week. That's very cool, Eddie. That's kind of awesome. Just stuck it right through it. That is badass. Oh, I agree, Vaughn. I've never even really watched Grav's channel. So I mean, I don't know Grav that well. I watched one of his streams, didn't really like it, and have basically just watched Hot Take Hockey since. So while we're at intermission, before we get into stories and stuff, while I try and think of a good story, just want to remind everyone to please hit that thumbs up button and like the video if you haven't already. That greatly helps out the channel. And if you're new to the channel and happen to be watching, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button and follow along for all my hockey content this year. Trying to grow this channel and get it well over 1,000 subscribers. The next goal is obviously 2,000. So let's see if we can't get there sometime soon. Yeah. Yeah, hey, every dollar counts, Willow, because it may not seem like a lot at first when you just get $1, but as more and more people find this channel, if 5 people donate $1, all of a sudden that's $5, and it all adds up and it all keeps going. So I appreciate absolutely anything, no matter how big or small, that anyone would give to me. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. But yeah, it is enough to buy a Snickers bar. Panther says that his friends were blasting tennis balls in gym last Wednesday, and then you shouted That is so funny, Panther, because I'm sure you were probably here when I told my tennis story about me in gym class with tennis, and my marching band tennis story. Me and tennis do not have a good history, to say the least. That is wicked funny that you were doing that in gym class, because I literally used to do the same thing in high school. We'd go outside to the tennis courts, and no one wanted to be playing tennis because tennis sucks. So we just start launching the balls, hitting home runs into the woods, and then the gym teacher would throw us out. Yeah, I told that story last year during the playoffs. It is so funny, dude, that you just mentioned that, because I was doing the exact same shit in high school when we played tennis. Because tennis blows. Nobody wants to play that. That is wicked funny. Oh, that makes it even better when you hit one of the teachers. That is hilarious. I never did that. Kevin LeBanc is a -15 for the Sharks this year. That is brutal. That is absolutely brutal. Yeah, honestly, Willow, if everyone who subbed to this channel gave $1, that would be $1,016. Think of how absolutely crazy that is. To how much just a small amount like $1 can add up like that, for sure. Hey, welcome back, Gold Horns. Vaughn doesn't watch tennis. Good, you shouldn't. Yeah, I'm sure some were trying not to laugh, Panther. Welcome back, NHL News Reports. Thanks for coming back. Appreciate it. Johnny says, be right back. Yes, that would be a lot of Pink Whitney, Willow, for sure. Speaking of Pink Whitney, I need to get some more of that. My friends and I killed that bottle a couple weeks ago. Probably like 3 weeks ago now. We killed that bottle one night, and then my friend went to the store to try and get another one, and they were all sold out. So my area was sold out of Pink Whitney a few weeks ago. Haven't been back to the liquor store since, so I got to try and see if I can get some more of it next time I go. No, I 100% understand that, Panther. I do not want you getting in trouble, and I definitely don't want you giving your dad's money away, because that's obviously not a not not something that you want to be doing. Jack decked the shit out of his friend playing football in gym class 2 years ago. That's mad funny, honestly. Sometimes gym class gets a little more physical than anticipated, to say the least. Goldhorns watches Serena versus Williams, or Serena versus Venus, the Williams sisters in tennis. What's happening with the Bruins? They're just not playing well. They've looked really, really sloppy tonight. It looks like they're going to lose this game, so this will be their third loss in a row. They look sloppy, honestly, and they're not playing well. So Boston, after blowing through October and really playing really dominantly, they're finally facing some adversity. So we'll see, how long it is before they can finally overcome this adversity and get back into the win column for the Bruins. Yeah, I bet, Panther. You definitely don't want to be giving your dad's money away. Goalhorns got kicked in the balls during flag football. That's pretty funny, honestly. Sucks for your balls, but that is definitely funny. All right, guys. So I thought of a story for you guys. I wasn't sure if I was going to tell it or not, but while we've got a decent number of people here in the chat, I might as well tell it. So can we hold off on putting anything more in the chat just for a second while I tell this story? So, as most of you know, I work for my old high school marching band as one of the instructors now. And we had a few weeks ago, right before Halloween, we had a trunk or treat thing where basically after practice, everyone got to trick or treat in the parking lot. All the parents set up like at their cars and stuff, and with a bunch of candy, and everyone got to hang out. And it was honestly a really fun time. One of the most fun times I've had at marching band since I became a staff member there. It was awesome. But so one of the kids that I know really well and am like friends with, and I'm not going to name any names here, but he and his girlfriend just like disappeared for like an hour during this trunk or treat event. And everyone was like, and no one really noticed at first, but then after like half an hour, people were like, where'd this kid go? And then they're like, wait, his girlfriend's gone too. Like they're gone. So Anyway, they're gone for like an hour before like we see them again, and then they finally show back up. And of course, everyone's like, "So, what are you guys doing? Where'd you guys go? What's going on here?" And and like a bunch of us are over there talking to him, trying to figure out where they went, and we're like, yeah, I think I know where you guys went." So first of all, the kid is being wicked funny about it, and he's like, "We were gone for like 20 minutes," and we're like, 20 minutes? Try like an hour. What are you talking about? And then we keep talking, and we asked him like, "All right, so seriously, like you guys are at the school, like what were you guys doing? Like there's cameras around and stuff." And this kid just goes, we're like trying to push him on like what was actually happening, and this kid literally just goes, "We were not participating in coitus." And that's literally exactly how he worded it. He was like, "No, no, no, don't worry. We were not participating in coitus." And I literally lost it. I was like rolling on the ground laughing when he said that. One of the funniest things that's happened in the last few weeks. And just, I mean, it was way funnier in the moment, but the way that he said it was just so ridiculously funny. And the fact that that is what he would think of saying in that situation. And then we kept, after rolling on the ground laughing, we were like, "Okay, so what were you doing?" And rather than just saying cuddling with his girlfriend like a normal person, he's like, "We were just," and then he does like the arm motion of like wrapping his arm around someone, but won't say it. And it is like, "We were just, doing this." It was honestly one of the funniest things that I've seen all year long. Just the way that he said it and like what he was doing was ridiculously funny. So that's my story from a few weeks ago. Probably not as funny me telling it as it was when it happened, but it was still just the fact that this kid thought in the moment after all of that to say the words, "We were not participating in coitus," just literally had me rolling on the floor laughing. It was wicked funny. Oh, Panther! It was. I literally went to the ground laughing. You truck someone in flag football so hard that they bounced off the ground. Wow, that makes gym class a little more interesting than it usually is, to say the least. Yeah, Mike Allstott style. Um, oh, that sucks, Jack. Hitting the balls twice playing soccer. That is never a fun time. Vaughn got kicked in the balls last week. Yeah. Um, that's oof. You never want to see that. Damn, Eddie. There were stray dogs near your school to let in. That's you would get in so much trouble now if you started opening doors to the schools and stuff and let dogs in or anything. That would be, I mean, you'd get in so much trouble nowadays if you did that. But that is pretty funny though. Panther Panther played goalie in soccer and stopped 7 out of 10 shots. Hey, that's not bad. And you won the game, so that's all that matters. You picked up the W, 6-3. Nice. Nice, nice. Goalhorn says mommy needs grandkids. Oh boy. Yeah, you don't want to take too many shots to the nuts. All right. So while we're at intermission here, we've still got the commercials going on. We've still got a little bit before the third period starts. So let's check some scores. Obviously, we already went over all the games that already happened. Boston losing 2-0 to the Flyers in our game here. About 4 minutes left until the start of the third period. Blackhawks at the end of the second period still have a 4-1 lead over the Maple Leafs. So that's obviously looking like it's going to be a big win for Chicago, unless the Maple Leafs get a insanely good third period comeback here. And the only late game tonight, starting in just about 10 minutes or so, the Oilers and Anaheim Ducks start later tonight at 9. Earlier today, we had Panthers over the Rangers 6-5 in a shootout. Jets over the Stars 3-2 in overtime. Devils over the Canucks 2-1. And Red Wings over the Golden Knights 3-2. So that's your action from around the league for today. Panther says he wants to get married, but at the same time, he doesn't. Yeah, you're still a little young to be thinking about that, Panther. You've got a long way to go, buddy. Goldhorns has a funny story for right now. So in his middle school, he always hated his middle school and never had a great experience there. So he said to himself, he would rather wait. What? He'd rather change the school name from the town middle school to go fuck me middle school. Yeah, that's pretty funny, and I definitely could see that you thinking that if you did not enjoy middle school for sure. Sal's not streaming Sunday Night Football tonight. I'm a little surprised by that as well, but he does a lot of streams, so I'm also kind of not surprised by that, just because he does a lot of streams, and that is very tiring. So let's see. Minnesota is up 7-0 on Sunday Night Football over Dallas, and that game is still in the first quarter. Just kind of started. All right, so let's see. We got one more story here from Eddie, and then the start of the third period will be taking place. There was a soccer game in the 90s where the player's femur bone came out of his pelvis. And the trainer popped it back. Oh my God, that is an absolutely wild story. It popped, so he screamed, and then he tore his vocal cords, and his testicle floated up and burst. That is an absolutely wild story, but that is a gruesome, gruesome injury. The femur popping out of the pelvis. I can't even imagine how awful that would be. Yeah, Vaughn, Sal does stream a lot. I mean, almost every night with him. All right, so the players are back out for the start of the third period here. I'm putting the computer back. And Boston is still down 2-0, so they've got one period left to try and get this back. Or they're going to suffer their third straight loss, which will be their longest losing streak of this season. And they haven't played well tonight. They have not played well at all tonight. Panther says that Wednesday coming home from school, he passed a house and all you heard was sex. The window was open. Hey, I mean, actually, Panther, you'd be surprised. A decent number of people do that during the day. It's definitely not unheard of. Goldhorn says he really hates his teachers and principals, and that's why he hated middle school. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, one of the dude's biscuits popped. That is a big, big problem, Eddie. I would not wish that on anyone. So we're just about ready here for puck drop in the third period. The ref has it in his hand, and Boston wins the opening faceoff back to their defenseman, where they'll try and maintain possession. And another right off the bat bad pass, and they give the puck right back to Philadelphia. And now the Flyers give the puck away, and Boston's able to clear it into the out of the defensive zone and carry it into the offensive zone here. But they do not maintain any form of possession, but they do take it back quickly there. Nice little play along the wall. And some big hits right off the gate. Corrali and Wagner both land big hits on Flyers players, and the Flyers dump it all the way down behind Halak, and Boston has to regroup in their own zone. Vaughn is moving on Friday, so good luck with that, Vaughn. I wish you all the best. I hope you enjoy your new house. I know moving is always stressful and a very difficult time a lot of the time, but I hope it goes well for you. I hope you like the new house, and I hope that everything works out in your favor, Vaughn, for sure. Um, Panther says biscuits from KFC taste good. Yes, but the other kind of biscuits that Eddie's talking about probably do not. Did I know that every home game that the Chicago Wolves do a fireworks show before the game? I did not know that, Goldhorn. So you'll have to send me that, and I'll check it out after the stream because I have not seen that. Boston here in the offensive zone. Philly able to clear and get it out, and now here come the Flyers into the Bruins end. Nice defensive play there by Brandon Carlo to poke the puck away, and Boston brings it up now 4-on-3. Pastrnak, Bergeron, shot on goal. Carter Hart makes the save, and Brad Marchand gets dumped down in front. Marchand's not too happy about that. And it was Justin Braun for the Flyers who decked him in front of the net, and Carter Hart makes the cover and gets the whistle. Offensive zone faceoff coming up for Boston. If you guys can't tell, yes, I am tired. So here comes Philadelphia now out of the defensive zone, trying to get into the Boston end. Sean Couturier dumps it in. Travis Konechny gets in on the forecheck. Puck gets wrapped back around. Boston struggling to get it out of their own end. Gostisbehere keeps this one in for Philly. Gostisbehere now, nice move at the point to keep that puck in and maintain possession for the Flyers. Lindblom has it behind the net now. Back to the point. Shot goes well wide for Philadelphia. Flyers maintain possession, though, as Michael Raffl has the puck. Now Boston looks like they might finally get a chance to get it out. And it's skated out by the Bruins defenseman. I believe that's... No, it was Dan Heinen, not the defenseman. Heinen skates it out. Philadelphia gets a quick exit out of their own end, though, and now bring it back into the Boston zone. So Boston needs to get some puck possession in the offensive zone because they need to score goals here and score goals quickly. Down by 2 in the third period with about 17 minutes remaining. Yeah, Jack, that is definitely interesting. So you're in third grade and this girl was just following you around and running after you. That's definitely a little weird, dude. Yeah, definitely goal horns. Thank you for sending me that. That was very, very funny for sure, dude, that you made your own sign. Oh, she was ugly and weird. Definitely not the kind of girl that you want following you around, right, Jack? Hey, Aaron, what's going on, man? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Welcome to the chat. Hope you enjoy it. Sherry's back, and apparently he nutted twice in the shower. Jesus, man. Back to back like that? That's nuts. Yeah, I mean, the shower... I'm sure plenty of people do that, Panther. But a back to back like that twice, that's a workout for sure. Funny there, Jack. It's really nuts. Yeah. Back to back like the Pens winning the cup. Yeah, pretty much. Where am I? Yes, I'm streaming in my living room upstairs. You probably noticed these. Those are new, but this is where I normally stream. Those just got hung up today, though. Those are new. My mom put them up. Yes, Aaron, Philadelphia is winning 2-0 over the Bruins right now. 15 minutes left in the game. Boston has looked very, very bad tonight, to say the least. Um, yes, Jack, you did tell us that story. I do remember that one. Not really sure why he was sticking it in a shampoo bottle to begin with, but hey, everybody has their thing. And now we've got quite a scrum going on here. Brad Marchand gets into it with Matt Niskanen after the whistle. And then some more Flyers players jump in. You think Pittsburgh's in some trouble? I thought Pittsburgh's looked better this year than they did last season. And last year was the year that everyone was telling me, Pittsburgh's not bad. They're good. And then they get swept in the first round. And I saw that coming. I think Pittsburgh looks better this year than they did last season. They're in third place right now in the Metro right now, and they just beat the Islanders to end their winning streak. So I don't know. It's still early. There's still a long way to go. Injuries are really hurting the Penguins, but I think if the Pens can get healthy, that they might they might at least be in decent shape again this season. Yeah, no, my living room's not upstairs. This is the first floor down here. Then we have the basement downstairs, and upstairs is where like my room is and stuff. But this room is on the first floor. Yes, Crosby did get hurt last night. I don't know how serious it is. Hopefully he's not out for too long. But man, Pittsburgh's just a team that finds ways to win games. They always find ways to win games. And I think that they'll definitely be a playoff team again this year. Goalhorns misses Niskanen on the Capitals. All right, cool, Vaughn. No problem, man. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. And I hope to see you Wednesday night as well during my next stream, which will be Flyers versus Capitals on Wednesday night for the NBCSN game. And hope to talk to you soon, Vaughn. I would love some trades to talk about right now, Aaron. The only really recent trade of note has been the Robbie Fabry going to Detroit for Jacob De La Rose. But I would love if the trade market could pick up here. And the Bruins score! Danton Heinen in front of the net, wraps it around in front and gets it by Carter Hart. And now it's 2-1. Boston gets on the board. And we got a 1-goal game here. 14 minutes left. Danton Heinen's 4th goal of the season. And certainly enough time for maybe Boston to get back into this. Yeah, Tanner Pearson was absolutely horrible with the Penguins. No, I mean, Boston was not going to continue winning the way that they did in October all season long. They're going to face some adversity at points during this year, and I think this is just one of those times where Boston is facing adversity. Yes, it is the third period. Just under 14 minutes left now. Philadelphia with the 2-1 lead. Yeah, O'Reilly's been a point per game player for the Blues to start this season. Oh, nice save on the deflection there by Yaroslav Halak to keep this a 1-goal game. Philadelphia almost just got a very quick answer there. All right, Goalhorns, talk to you soon, man. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. And have a nice night and have a good day tomorrow, my man. Yeah, I think Boston's going to be fine. They've just lost a couple in a row. It's going to be fine. Oh, damn, Jack. That sucks. Chip your tooth on a high stick. That is never a fun time for sure. Congratulations on winning your hockey game, Sherry. 5-4. Nice. Oh, yeah, that's right. You don't have school tomorrow because it's Veterans Day, so pretty much nobody has school tomorrow. So enjoy your day off, Gold Horns. Hopefully you make the most of it. Oh, Sherry does have school. That sucks. I feel like it's pretty 50-50. Some schools do, some schools don't. It's kind of weird. Yeah, some states don't really do Veterans Day do it, make a big deal out of it, and then other states like everybody gets everything off. So it kind of goes by the state. Panther does have school tomorrow. Andy has a presentation, which sucks. So we're back from commercial here. Boston has cut this lead down to 1, and we have a 2-1 game right now. Dan Heinen gets Boston on the board for their first goal of the night. And now with just under 14 minutes remaining here in the third period, we've got a 1-goal game. And this could get really exciting down the stretch here as Boston looks to pull even and Philadelphia looks to extend their lead. No, I am very, very bad at math, Sherry. Algebra was certainly not my favorite thing. No math class was ever my favorite thing. I am not good at it at all. Oh, great A opportunity for Brad Marchand to tie this game. And I don't know if that got deflected or if that was an incredible cross crease save from Carter Hart. I don't know how Marchand just didn't score there, though. And this remains a 2-1 game. Oh, my God. Hey, Jack was up in Mass for the Museum of Science, and the lightning show freaked him out. Oof. That's a big oof. But I hope you had fun. Hey, Jack. I mean, maybe you should try and talk to one of those two girls and see what's going on there. I wish I had some girl who shouted my name every time I went near her. That would definitely make me a lot happier. So far, Arizona has won the Kessel trade. Well, Galchenyuk's missed a bunch of time with injury, so I think it's still a little early to judge that. But Kessel has played well for the Coyotes. 1 + 1 is 2. Yeah, no, I mean I can do basic math, but when you get into high level stuff and you start getting letters into it and stuff like that, I don't want anything to do with that. I'm all set. No, Sherry, that is not true at all. That is yeah, we're not gonna have any of that. That is that's not true at all. Yeah, see, Willow, when you start putting stuff like that in there, I have absolutely no idea what that means. Hey, Sutton, welcome to the chat. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. Glad you're able to stop in and watch tonight. Yes, I was very much more into English. I love writing. I loved writing in school. I love writing now. I'm very much more of an English person. Wow, that Marchand shot was neither. It wasn't a save or a deflection. Marchand just completely flubbed the shot off of his stick. Wow. Well, thank you for dropping in, Sutton. Really appreciate it. Remember to drop a like on the video and hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. Really, really helps out the channel. So here comes Boston now into the offensive zone, unable to really even get a chance out of that, though. They do keep it in the zone, however. Boston still controlling the puck in the pass. goes right through Krejci's skates and all the way down back to Halak. So wasted opportunity there for the Bruins to potentially tie this game. What is the square root of 120? I don't remember that off the top of my head. I really don't remember. I don't know. Sutton's got school tomorrow. Oh man, that sucks. I know some people have it off, some people don't. Kind of depends. That sucks that you've got it. So under 10 minutes now remaining in the third period as this game starts to wind down here. Boston is down 2-1. They have the only goal of this period. Nice save there by Yaroslav Halak on a opportunity for the Flyers. And the Leafs have scored, so I haven't checked the score in that game in a while, but it looks like the Leafs have made it 4-2. Yes, they have. So Maple Leafs trying to pull back into it against Chicago, currently down 4-2. The Oilers and Ducks game is also just starting right now, and this game is 2-1. I don't even remember what the Leafs goal horn sounds like. I don't pay any attention to goal horns or goal songs, Jack. I barely even notice them. The F-150 Final 5 will be coming up here shortly as we are under 10 minutes left. We will be very, very close to having 5 minutes left here in the next few minutes. Hey, TTC, thank you. I really appreciate the congratulations. I did find out today that I've been accepted into the YouTube Partners Program, so the channel is now fully monetized. Super Chat is here. All the videos are monetized, and the community tab will be coming soon. Hey, Steven, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the chat. Thanks for coming. And remember, guys, to hit that like button. All those thumbs up really do help the channel and count a lot. And also, if you're new to the channel and happen to be watching, please hit that subscribe button as we continue to try to grow off-the-wall hockey here. We got a 2-1 game right now. Flyers over the Bruins. Bruins have played very, very sloppy in this game. Philadelphia went up 2-0 in the first period. No scoring in the second period. Boston, Danton Heinen was able to get one back for the Bruins here in the third. But we're down under 10 minutes left. I think this is going to be a pretty action-packed and frantic last few minutes here as Philadelphia wants to put this game away. Boston wants to get the game-tying goal. Definitely going to be a fun one to watch, I think. Henrik Zetterberg had to retire because of back injuries, Sherry. He had lingering back issues and was just not physically able to play it anymore in the NHL, so he had to retire. Hey, Jack, if you legitimately won $50,000, you can drop any bombs you want here anytime, my man. But yeah, appreciate it. Hey, welcome, Ben. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Really love having you here. Appreciate it. Flyers with a 2-1 lead on Boston right now with 9:17 left in the third. Thank you for stopping in. Really, really appreciate it. Remember to hit that like button and give it a thumbs up. That really helps out. And yeah, another Flyers stream tonight for you, Ben. And Wednesday will also be a Flyers stream as the NBCSN game this week is Philadelphia versus Washington. So we're doing that one on Wednesday night as well. And certainly getting our fill of Philadelphia Flyers hockey, to say the least, this week on Off the Wall Hockey. And then hopefully next week I'll have some different teams for you. It's from a mystery Oreo flavor. Okay. Hey, thank you, Ben. Really appreciate that. Yes. I'm pretty happy about monetization. It didn't take as long as I thought it would. YouTube says it can take up to 4 to 6 weeks for your channel to get fully reviewed and a decision to be made on monetization. But this took what's today? Sunday, less than a week, because I hit the 1,000 mark on Monday. So this literally took less than a week. So that was absolutely awesome. I wasn't expecting it to happen so soon, but I'm very, very happy that it has. As Carter Hart makes another glove save there, and we'll have an offensive zone faceoff for the Bruins. Is there any food that I absolutely will not eat? That's an interesting question. I don't think there's anything that bad that I've ever tried that I'm like, I will never ever eat that again, no matter what. I don't think I've ever had anything that bad. No. Yeah, real funny there, Jack. The Flyers have turned the Boston Bruins into the Boston Ruins. Well, maybe. Boston still has 8.5 minutes here to tie this game up, and they're spending a decent amount of time as of late in the Flyers zone. So we'll see if they can get another goal here and possibly get this to extra time tonight. And that puck is sent all the way down and iced by Philadelphia. So play getting a little bit choppy here. A lot of whistles here recently, not back and forth ebbs and flow. 8:10 left now. It is so hot in my house right now. Wow, Sherry, I'm keeping that hat off. It's hot in here. We've got the wood stove going, and it heats the house up for sure. Sherry will never eat beans or chili of any kind or any condiments or sloppy Joe. Wow, you are kind of a picky eater there, Sherry. That's very interesting. That's wow. Edmonton scored already, so Edmonton takes an early lead over the Anaheim Ducks in that one. So I did pick Edmonton to win that game, so that's a good start for my prediction. And the Bruins tie it. Let's go 2-2. Brad Marchand, the Rat, rips one past Carter Hart, and we've got a brand new hockey game with 7:38 remaining. 11th goal of the season for Marchand, and that top line for Boston just keeps on rolling. yeah, Jack. I think you spoke a little too soon with the Boston Bruins joke there. I look different without a hat. I usually have a hat on. I wear a hat almost 24/7. But yeah. So I guess if you haven't seen me without a hat, this is what I look like. Yeah, overtime is obviously very much a possibility here with 7.5 minutes left. Boston and Philly tied 2-2. One of these teams could certainly score in the next 7 minutes and end it in regulation, but overtime, obviously, in a tie game in the third period is very much a possibility. Wow, I wish I was 6'4". I am 5'8", so not very tall. Yeah, I really wish I was 6'4", but that's not the case. Yeah, 5'8" gang, Sherry. It's just flat because I had the hat on literally all day. That's why it's flat. Usually it has more like a poof to it, but I'm not. I've had this hairstyle for a while now, and I'm keeping it. All right, so now 6.5 minutes remaining. Philadelphia and Boston tied 2-2 uh, in the third period. Marchand just tied the game up for the Bruins. Boston brings it into the Philadelphia zone now and gets in on the forecheck. Carter Hart tries to flip it out. Coyle, good on the forecheck here. Unable to gain possession, however, and the Flyers exit their zone. What happened to Ryan Callahan? Lingering injuries have basically forced him to retire. He's never going to play in the NHL again. He's currently his contract is owned by the Ottawa Senators, but he's on LTIR and he's never going to play in the NHL again. He's going to have to retire when his contract is up. Wow, your Ben's really 4'1". That's nuts. Willow with the funny joke there saying he's 4'20", 69. Steve. Pasta got an assist on that Marchand goal, so he gets his point for the night. The points continue to roll in for David Pastrnak. The ref calls a delayed penalty because whenever a penalty happens, the ref doesn't blow the whistle until the team that committed the penalty touches the puck. So basically, if that team hasn't touched the puck yet, then he just keeps his hand up and has to keep it a delayed penalty until the offending team touches the puck, and then he blows it and calls the penalty. Sherry took a long time to figure out what icing is. That's mad funny. I mean, I learned all that stuff really early on because I played hockey. So, like, I learned that shit when I was like 4 or 5 years old. Anaheim tied it up quickly. Okay. So there you go. Anaheim getting back into it quickly and ties it at 1 with Edmonton. So maybe that will be a back and forth game as the night goes on. We're on commercial here, which I think will be the last commercial of the game. Maybe not, maybe one more. I'm not sure. I'm going to check what's going on with the Maple Leafs Blackhawks game. So with 10:28, or about halfway through the third period, it's 4-2 still Chicago over Toronto. This game's tied 2-2, and the Oilers Ducks are tied 1-1. So that's the only other action going on in the NHL right now. Yes, very much, Sherry. I do it all the time. Just like, I don't even think about it. I just talk and I do it. So, yes, I do quite a bit in my normal life, 100%. 5.5 minutes left here in the third. I've been keeping up with the time like pretty much every minute at this point. Time's not ticking very fast in my mind. This game, last few minutes here are starting to drag. We're going to be down under 5 minutes very soon. It's almost time for the F-150 Final 5 here in Boston. So if Jack is still watching, he'll appreciate that. And Pastrnak just got hooked on a breakaway. Is this going to be a penalty shot? It is! Boston's going to get a penalty shot with 4:56 remaining. Ivan Provorov hooked David Pastrnak as he was about to go on a breakaway. And Pasta gets a chance to give the Bruins a 3-2 lead here. And Jack, if you're still watching, we are in the Ford F-150 Final 5 now. Great stretch pass to Pastrnak, and it wasn't even really a hook. It was more of a slash by Provorov right on the hands of Pastrnak. And Pasta's going to get a penalty shot out of it. Let's see what they can do. Oh, Carter Hart gave Pastrnak nothing on that. And Hart comes up with a huge, huge save. And that, you kind of felt the air go out of the building there. Really hoping that was going to be a light 'em up moment for the Bruins and they would take the lead. But Hart just gave Pastrnak nothing. He didn't bite on any of Pasternak's fakes. And nothing Pasta could really do there. So it remains 2-2 with 4:56 left in the third period here. unsuccessful penalty shot for David Pastrnak. And with under 5 minutes left, we still have a tie game. Yes, Johnny, that Florida Panthers New York Rangers game earlier this afternoon was absolutely nuts. Back and forth action. I watched that game. It was a lot of fun to watch. Yes and no, Sherry. Parts of it are obviously very nice. Other parts, not so much. There's good and bad with everything. Did Zetterberg play with Yzerman? I don't know. I maybe at like the very, very beginning. I'm honestly not sure. I almost don't think so. But I'm not 100% sure there, Sherry. If he did, it would have been like maybe for a year in like his rookie season or something. But I almost don't think so. Wow, Panther is not a fan of Keith Yandel, I guess. Says he wants to kill him. Final 4 minutes now of the third period. 2-2 game. Overtime getting increasingly likely as this game goes along. We'll see if anyone can get a really late goal here and take home a regulation win. I honestly don't think Yandel's that bad, but Panther is obviously not a fan. And Carter Hart has to cover that up in the Philadelphia end. Boston will get an offensive zone faceoff. Yeah, Detroit has had a lot of players that just kind of last a long time and play for them for a long time. Islanders good for 90 points this season, 100. I definitely think that they're good for 90. I do think the Islanders get 90 points this year. 100, I don't know about. That might be more of a stretch. But, I mean, if they keep playing like they have been, then they'll definitely get to it. But I do see them hitting 90 for sure. Beyond that, I'm not entirely sure yet. We'll see as the season goes along. As Boston's going to get another power play here, as we got a tripping call against the Flyers. I think that was Brad Marchand got his legs taken out. And Oscar Lindblom is going to go to the box for the Philadelphia Flyers with 3:20 left. Marchand taking the puck through the neutral zone into the offensive zone, and Lindblom takes his left skate right out, trips Marchand down with his stick, and that is a blatant tripping call. Doesn't get any easier to call it than that. And Boston with a golden opportunity to take a lead in this game with 3:20 left on the power play. Is Mike Milbury one of the worst GMs in NHL history? Absolutely not even close, Jack. He is very, very close to the top of that list for sure. Yeah, he destroyed the Islanders. So Boston not doing much to start this power play as Torrey Krug has the puck in his own zone and is regrouping here. Gets it up to Bergeron. Bergeron sends it across to Marchand. Marchand back to Krug. Back to Marchand. Not back to Krug. Thought he was going to send it there and he didn't. Marchand now to Bergeron. Great opportunity, but the puck doesn't go in. Bruins maintain possession, however. One-time opportunity, and that gets blocked or stopped and cleared all the way down by Philadelphia. So two great chances for Boston to take a lead there, but they are unable to convert for the time being. Still a minute left on the power play. Beautiful passing there between Pastrnak, Bergeron, and Marchand, but nobody takes a shot. Somebody's got to shoot the puck in that situation. Krug now behind the net, takes a hit, turns the puck over, and Philadelphia is able to clear it all the way down. I cannot believe nobody shot the puck there. Pastrnak back to Bergeron. He doesn't shoot. Bergeron over to Marchand. He doesn't shoot, and the Bruins end up losing the puck, and Philadelphia clears it all the way down. Oh, man. Grizzlick's pass gets deflected up and out of play by a good defensive stick by the Flyers defenseman there. I think it was Justin Braun. And with 17 seconds left on the power play, Boston is running out of time to take the lead in this game. Man, this third period has been action-packed for sure. And I can't believe they weren't able to even really get a good shot off out of that passing play between Pastrnak, Marchand, and Bergeron there. Minute and a half remaining here in the third period. I believe it looks like somebody's just taken their timeout. I don't know if it's Boston or Philly, but somebody has just taken their timeout. With a minute 36 remaining here in the third period, 2-2 game. Boston was down 2-0 after the first period, scored 2 goals here in the third to tie this game back up. And now with a minute and a half or so left, they've got an opportunity on the power play to possibly win this game in regulation. So while we're during the timeout here, I just want to thank everyone for watching. If you're new to the channel and are watching for your first time, please remember to hit that subscribe button and follow along for all my hockey content this season. Everyone, please hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already and give the video a like. That greatly helps out the channel. And we are just about back underway here. They're about to drop the puck. Boston loses the faceoff. Philly's going to get an easy clear. That's just about going to do it for the power play. McAvoy knocks it down in the neutral zone and then gives it right back to the Flyers. And the Flyers have now officially killed off the penalty to Lindblom. And we have a 2-2 game, even strength now, with a minute and 10 seconds remaining in the third period. Boston still with it in the offensive zone. What a save on a blast from the point by Carter Hart there. Hart able to track the puck. Chara just let a bomb from the point go, and Hart tracks it through traffic and is able to come up with a huge save there to keep this game knotted at 2. Wow, the Leafs score again. Wow. So the Leafs score again, making that game now, 4-3 now between the Blackhawks and Maple Leafs with 5.5 minutes left in the third. So that game is getting dicey at the end as well. And what's that? McJesus scores for Edmonton to give them a 2-1 lead over Anaheim. So a lot of action, a lot of close games going on in the league today and right now as well. We certainly got one here, so stay tuned for the end of this game. Minute left, 2-2, Philadelphia and Boston. Been a heck of a matchup so far. Bruins looked really, really bad early in this game. Have had a much better third period. And have been able to get this thing back tied. And hopefully we'll be able to at least get a point out of it if they can get this to overtime. It is tied 2-2, Spotlight. And there's going to be a face-off in the Boston zone with 42.9 seconds left. It's been a frantic end to this game, to say the least. That would be crazy if either of them got traded. I don't think Oilers fans would be very happy if they traded Connor McDavid or Leon Draisaitl, who are by far their 2 best players, not even close. So Boston trying to get the puck out of their own zone here. Final 30 seconds of play. Philadelphia looking to get one and possibly steal a regulation win here out of. Nice job there by Nordstrom blocking the shot. Goes all the way back down to the Philadelphia end. Under 10 seconds to go. Huge hit behind the net with only like 8 seconds left. I don't know who that was. I think it might have been Wagner for Boston, but he just leveled one of the Flyers defensemen behind the net. And that is the end of regulation. So we have a 2-2 game, end of regulation. And we're going to 3-on-3 overtime tonight between the Flyers and Bruins. Both teams get a point. We'll see who's able to win it and get the extra. frantic action in the third. So we have a quick commercial break, and then we'll be back here for 3-on-3 overtime action. Should be really fun to watch. We'll see which team's able to win it. Please, guys, while we're on commercial, I just want to remind you, if you haven't already, hit that like button and give the stream a thumbs up. That greatly, greatly helps out the channel. And if you're new to the channel and happen to be watching, please hit that subscribe button, as I do multiple live streams during the season, as well as recorded content all season long and all year round. So follow along for great hockey content. We're trying to grow this channel and get it as big as possible. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you stick around for overtime. This is going to be a fun one, and I'll be calling all the action for you from right here. Yeah, I mean, anyone can be traded. I don't think Oilers fans would be very happy if McDavid or Draisaitl got traded. I definitely think Draisaitl is more likely to be traded out of the two of them. But again, you never know. Wayne Gretzky got traded, so you never really know. Everyone's tradable in the NHL. Would I rather have Pastrnak or Draisaitl? Oh, definitely Pastrnak. Pasternak's on a cheaper contract, too. Pasternak's contract is an absolute steal. I would take David Pastrnak every time. I think Pasternak's going to score 50 goals this season. So McAvoy, Bergeron, and Marchand are the three players for the Bruins out to start this overtime period. Claude Giroux, and they're not showing any of the other Flyers. Claude Giroux, Oscar Lindblom, and I don't know who the defenseman is. I would assume either Provorov or Gostisbehere is going to be the D-man for the Flyers, but we'll see. Yeah, it's Provorov back there, I think, for the Flyers. So we are underway here. 5 minutes of 3-on-3 overtime and a quick 2-on-1 right out of the gate for the Flyers. Nice defensive play, though, there by Charlie McAvoy to get his stick on that. Now here comes Boston back the other way. Marchand is going to regroup, though. Now here comes McAvoy. Good opportunity. Shoots it just high, though. Watch out. You got to be careful in transition 3-on-3. That's how most goals in OT are scored, are on transition plays. And the Bruins are able to get back and get possession of the puck. I can't show the game because of copyright. My channel will get taken down. You can't show any copyrighted content on YouTube. And now here come the Flyers 2-on-1. Great opportunity here. And a great defensive play once again by the Bruins defense to block that. That time it was Matt Grzelcyk. And the Flyers have had 2-on-1 so far this overtime, and they're not able to take advantage of either of them. Now Boston comes back the other way, but Philadelphia gets a puck out of their zone. 3-on-2 Flyers. Another great chance and another block down in front. So Philly struggling, getting chances, but struggling to take advantage of them. Under 3.5 minutes left in overtime now. Philadelphia has the puck in the Bruins' end, setting up offensively. And now they regroup back to center. Remember, it's a long change in overtime, so it's tough to get off the ice sometimes if you're trapped in your own zone because of the long change. There was another great chance for the Flyers. Halak, get in the net. What are you doing? Get in the net. Great chance there for Philadelphia. They're unable to score again as that shot goes wide. And now Boston is in their own zone regrouping, trying to get a breakout here. I cannot show the game. It's copyrighted material. Boston turns the puck over. Philadelphia coming now through the neutral zone. Hayes brings it into the offensive zone for And I don't know what they're doing here as they just put it all the way back into Philadelphia's end. Carter Hart playing the puck now, throws it behind his net, and Oscar Lindblom goes back to get it. Boston's got to make sure that they stay in good defensive posture here. 2 minutes left in 3-on-3 overtime. Philadelphia's definitely had way more puck possession and way better chances in this overtime period. Boston hasn't really gotten much going themselves. Now Coyle gets the puck taken away from him. Boston's got to quickly go for a line change here. Clifton's the only one back for the Bruins. Nice job there as he checks the Flyer player off of the puck, and now here come the Bruins. Brad Marchand into the offensive zone. Rips a shot, gets deflected by Travis Konechny up high and out of play. We get a whistle with a little over a minute left here in this overtime period. The next person to ask to show the game is just going to get timed out. It's very clear that I'm not showing the game. It's copyright material. The next person to say it is just going to get timed out. And Philadelphia has now used their timeout with 1 minute and 15 seconds left. No, wait till someone does it again, Willow. Wait till someone does it again. So we get a little break in the action here as Philly calls their timeout. 2-2 game, 1 minute 15 remaining in overtime. Flyers and Bruins shots on goal are tied 28-28. The game is tied 2-2. And offensive zone faceoff here for the Bruins. We will see. We will see if either team's able to do this in overtime, or if this game goes to a shootout like the Rangers and Panthers game did earlier today. So Philly wins the faceoff in their defensive zone. Minute 10 remaining. They look to set up a breakout here and get on the rush headed into the Boston end. Sean Couturier drops the puck back. Here comes Giroux into the zone. Gets it over to Couturier. Couturier goes behind the net. Passes it out to the point. Philly's satisfied just to possess the puck there. Not really going for any particular great chance, but now they bring it back into the zone. Boston's just sitting back in a defensive posture, trying not to give up a goal for sure. Flyers still with puck possession. Boston, I don't even know if they've gotten more than 1 or 2 shots in this overtime period. Philly's had the puck most of the time. We have a penalty call coming up against the Bruins. Yes, too many men on the ice. Wow, that's an interesting call to say the least. But too many men on the ice on Boston. So now with 21 seconds left in overtime, Philly's got a 4-on-3 power play. They're going to have a chance to probably get at least a couple shots on goal off here and see what happens. Bergeron obviously coming out for the faceoff. He's Boston's best faceoff guy. And this game's either going to end with a goal here by the Flyers, or it's going to go to a shootout, and we'll see what happens in the next 21 seconds. Hey, welcome to the chat, Derek. Thanks for tuning in at the end of this one. Really appreciate it. Make sure that you drop a like. Oh, really, Dennis? You had to cut the cord so you don't get nested anymore? That kind of sucks that you can't watch most of the games now. But Here we go. Final 21 seconds of the overtime period. Thank you, RJ. Really, really appreciate that, my man. Thank you so much. It's much appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Final 15 seconds here. Shot on goal. Nice save by Halak. Gets his pad on it. 7 seconds left now. Philly can't keep it in. And this game looks like it's going to go to a shootout, and it is as the final whistle blows. 2-2, end of OT now. So this game is going to a shootout. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. We're going to have more action here as this game just doesn't want to end. We're finally going to have a shootout, which will finally decide this. Remember, guys, to please hit that like button and give this stream a thumbs up if you're enjoying it. That greatly helps out the channel. And if you're new to the channel and happen to be watching, please hit that subscribe button for all my hockey content this season and all year round, as I do videos all the time on topics from across the NHL. So please like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it. And let's see what happens here in this shootout. This should be a really fun one, I think. There's a lot of talent on both of these teams. So definitely guys that can put on some fun moves in the shootout for sure. Both teams have already gotten a point out of the game tonight, obviously going to overtime. We will see which team now gets the extra point and walks out of the game with 2 when this shootout concludes. So, again, Yaroslav Halak is in goal for Boston. Carter Hart is in goal for the Philadelphia Flyers. And there's a lot of good scoring talent on both teams, so we shall see what happens. Charlie Coyle is going to be the first shooter for the Bruins. That is an interesting decision here. From Bruce Cassidy. That is not the first guy I would think of to take the shootout shot, but he's going with kind of an off-the-board player here, and Charlie Coyle's taking the first shot. Comes in very slowly, tries a move. Carter Hart stays right with him the whole way as he tries to go backhand, forehand, and unable to tuck it by the pad. Save Carter Hart on the first shot attempt there, but from Charlie Coyle. I would have gone with Patrice Bergeron there to start, but they went with Coyle. So now Joel Farabee, the rookie for the Flyers, is going to shoot first for Philadelphia and has a chance to give his team the lead here. And he does. He roofs it over the glove of Jaro Halak, and the Flyers take a 1-0 lead in the shootout. Joel Farabee just comes in slightly off to the side on an angle and roofs it glove side on Halak. Marchand now shooting second for the Bruins, and he kind of really needs a goal here. So this is a big spot for Brad Marchand. He's got to score here. Brings in with a lot of speed, and Carter Hart makes the pad save. Marchand unable to score, meaning that if Philadelphia scores with their next shot, they win the game. As Marchand just comes in with speed, tries to shoot it low, blocker side. He does, the pad is just right there for Carter Hart. Claude Giroux shooting second for Philadelphia. I don't know what they're exactly waiting for here, but Giroux now ready to go. Giroux with a chance to win it for the Flyers. He's very good in shootouts, over 30% on his career. Fakes a slap shot and then tries to shoot it, and Halak doesn't fall for it at all. And Giroux gets stopped by Yaroslav Halak. So Boston now has to score with their third shooter, and it is David Pastrnak, who was stopped on a penalty shot earlier in the game in the third period, now with a chance to make up for it in the shootout. He does not, and the Flyers win. Carter Hart holds strong in the shootout, and the Flyers win 3-2 in the shootout. So Philadelphia gets 2 points out of this game. Boston gets 1. Honestly, Boston was lucky that they were even able to come back and get points out of this game, given how bad they played in the first period. But Pastrnak came in there, just couldn't get that shot by Carter Hart, and Hart had a phenomenal game tonight for Philadelphia. So That's going to do it for tonight, guys. Thank you all for watching. Remember that my next stream is Wednesday night, Flyers versus Capitals on NBCSN, the Wednesday night hockey game. Hit that like button if you haven't already and give this stream a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hopefully I'll talk to you guys soon. Definitely a fun one tonight. And I will definitely be talking to you guys very, very soon. So, yeah, that's going to do it. Thanks so much, everyone, for watching. And have a great night, guys.